Hey there, it's Jen, and this isn't the best lighting, but I'm in the basement, and you can probably hear the kids screaming upstairs, but I wanted to do a quick video, stuff I've been thinking about, and I wanted to share. Um, yeah, I just finished MMA Power, I think it was. I don't know, it's the third workout, and then Core de Force, and it was awesome. This one was 9 rounds, and I got through the whole thing for the most part. Um, I think it was round 7. My heart rate was flying. I was like 169 or something, and I jogged it out for a little bit and brought it back down to the 130s and 140s because I didn't want it to go that high. But awesome workout. I burned over 300 calories in 30 something minutes, which was pretty cool. But more than that, with everything that's going on, and why I'm still working out and why it's so important for me to be doing this and feeling powerful and strong. And it's such an amazing time for this program to come out, all about the fighter and all about finding your inner strength. And it just seems so just the right timing, right, of everything that I'm going through. And when I first got my diagnosis, one of the things that I immediately thought was, oh God, I can't do Core de Force. The minute it was announced out at Summit, I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing November 1st, and I've been looking forward to this program, and I did a couple of the previews, and I loved it. And then I get diagnosis that I've got breast cancer, and I'm starting chemotherapy in a week, and immediately I'm like, that's it, I'm done. I'm not doing anything. And of course, I also came down with a horrible upper respiratory infection at the same time. And I think that probably had a harder effect on my mindset and everything than the breast cancer diagnosis, to be honest. Because when you have a cold, you feel like you're close to death, right? I mean, it sounds like very dramatic, but you do. You feel horrible when you're sick, when you've got a cold. And that's where I was. And having that at the same time I was going through such an emotional roller coaster was really tough. Quickly, well, not quickly, because it took about a week and a half to get over that first part of the cold. And I realized, oh, wait, it's not the breast cancer that's keeping me down. It's that I can't breathe because I'm coughing. And as soon as that started to disappear and I healed from my port placement, which is right here. So it's just a little tiny little bump where they will insert the chemo into my chest. But you can't even see it. There's a little scar right here that will heal. And then I had to rest for 7 days, but I was able to walk during that time. But as soon as that was over and I had my cold done, I was like, I feel good. So why am I not doing this? And I put on MMA Speed, which is the first one, and I got through it. And I was a little sore, not gonna lie. I hadn't worked out in a couple weeks because of the cold and then the port placement. But I did it, and then I did most of dynamic strength. Just more timing that I didn't get through it than the actual capability of it. And I will do that one again, I think tomorrow. I wanted to do the third one because I do have treatment on Wednesday. So I have, 2 or 3 days now that I can do some good workouts, and I wanted to try them all out and be able to report back. This one, I really didn't modify all that much other than some of the jumping. And that's just because I don't want to push myself to the point of exhaustion. And I want to be healthy and I want to be happy. So the right amount is what I need, and a modifying is fine. With the dynamic, sorry, little glitch there. Ran out of storage space. Anyway, with the dynamic strength, I definitely modified a little bit more because it's a lot of push-ups, and I don't really feel comfortable doing the full push-ups with my port in. So anyway, but back to why I'm doing this, and really pushing myself to stay active. Everything that I've read says that, well, a couple things, the more you work out, the happier you are. At least I am. So it makes me happy. The endorphins start running, and it gives me a positive outlook on everything. And there's really not much more to say than a good mindset going into this fight. is going to help me tremendously. But the other thing, and I had no idea, is that a lot of women gain weight during chemotherapy. So, I've had a couple family members, unfortunately, who have gone through cancer, and they didn't gain weight. They actually lost weight because they had so much trouble eating. And so I didn't realize that, I was so more worried about being able to eat, and not to say that that's still not going to be a problem. Round one was amazing. I ate through it. I had no nausea at all. And actually in week 2, I haven't been able to stop eating, which is the bigger issue. So, because they do give you some steroids to help you overcome some of the side effects and help you stay healthy. And with that comes the munchies and some other stuff. I haven't gained weight, thankfully, but I'm working out. So, and I don't want to restrict my food necessarily, because I know I need the nutrition, and I also know that I need to eat what my body wants to eat right now, because there could be soon, and I don't know if it will happen, but a lot of times there are food aversions, and that there's only certain things that you want to eat. And so getting the foods that I like and what that I want now is important. So, but unfortunately, it is a lot more carbs than I'm used to. So mashed potatoes and toast and those types of things seem to be what my body is wanting right now. And that's okay. But I'm also aware that I need to combat that with some cardio to keep my body moving. But also through the whole chemotherapy aspect, just keeping the body moving, sweating out those toxins and the chemicals and getting it out, drinking tons of water, is all going to help. And those are all just healthy habits that I've already established and created over the past year. And so here I am, and I'm just trying to let people know that so far so good, and I'm hoping to keep it as positive as I can. I'm trying not to read about rounds 3 and 4, which I think are probably going to be a little bit tougher. I'm not going to lie. That's what they tell me, and the chemicals and the toxins build up, and the more treatments you get, the harder it gets. But starting where I am and keeping going as much as possible helps every step of the way. So that's why I am here. That's why I'm doing it. I would love to have you on the journey with me, whether you are fighting anything, whether it's just that you have no motivation, whether you do have health issues, whether you're nervous you're going to have health issues. I think back like a year ago, being, 30 pounds more than I am now. And if I had started this, what if I had this diagnosis last year when I could barely walk around the block without my hips hurting, right? And so, and here I am doing, a 30-40 minute MMA style workout, a week and a half after a chemo treatment. That's just, it boggles my mind that I'm even at this level right now. And so very grateful that I took the time for me when I needed to take care of me, which was last year, so that now when I need to take care of me, I can. So that's it. And hopefully I can edit this all together and make it make sense. Thanks a lot. Bye, everyone.